All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are adding 2 more products into that recent best plastic trim restorer video that I did, where I used Solution Finish, CeraTrim from the last coat, as well as Lithium Auto Care's trim cubes. Now, in the comments down below, a lot of people said, hey man, you forgot Cerakot, which is a well-known brand as well. And you're right, I did. And the funny thing is I had it. I actually had purchased it for that video. My life's been so busy, I totally forgot. So I apologize, and I wanted to add that into the video today. So here we are, we have Cerakote, and we have Wipe New as well. Now, Wipe New is the over-the-counter, like as seen on TV product, right? However, it's kind of the one that launched this whole category of actual restorative products. Before that, there was a lot of like Back to Black from others and all that kind of stuff that is just addressing it doesn't work well at all. Wipe New works, right? So I've used it in the past, but I wanted to add it to this because I don't remember exactly what kind of sheen it had and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna add it to the list. We're gonna do this one and this one on another fender arch. And then the other ones that we did were done a couple days ago or maybe a week ago, but over time we'll test and see the protection and longevity of these products. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Before we do, if you like car detailing, tips, tricks, product reviews, all that kind of good stuff, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. All right, let's jump into these. Okay guys, we're just gonna go through these 2 really quickly. So we're gonna start off with the Cerakote. Now this is gonna be similar to the Lithium Car Care trim cubes. Both of these are, in the sense that they are ready to use applicators. That have the product kind of infused into them. So that's nice. That means ease of application. These are gonna be great. Now how much they actually streak and all that kind of stuff, we'll find out. But I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up, see what it comes with, and then we can check it on out. So, yep, a pair of gloves. We have our little application instructions. And then we have, let's see here. Looks like a fun dip, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 10 packs. Now, how many packs you can get out of, or sorry, excuse me, how much you can get done with 1 pack? I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and look at the applications. Wash and dry surface thoroughly using a non-wax containing detergent, such as Blue Dawn dish soap. That's interesting that they recommend Blue Dawn dish soap. Now that is true that it doesn't have any wax in it, and it's a good thing to strip any wax that's on, or at least any of the grease and all that kind of stuff that's gonna inhibit the adhesion of this product to the plastic. So I get that. However, you could also just take some isopropyl alcohol and rub that, which is what we're gonna do. That's how we prepped for the other ones that we tested. So we're gonna do that same with this. All right, now, important, it must be applied to a completely dry surface, no worries. Tip, open and close doors, trunk, and hood several times to free trap water. Okay, so they're just saying after you wash the car, make sure it's completely dry. You don't wanna have it dry, wipe, and then a drip goes down and it's gonna ruin the effect. So let's see here. Wearing provided gloves, open 1 pack of wipe trim and wipe the trim surface using the pre-wet wipe in overlapping passes to ensure full coverage. Rotate the wipe as needed, ensuring you use all the surfaces of the wipe. So you make sure to use all the product that's on that wipe. Move to a new pack when the wipe becomes dry or soiled. After application, allow a minimum of 1 hour before driving or exposing to moisture. Perfect. Cool, so easy application there. Put the gloves on, as long as the plastic is prepped, put the gloves on, rub it in. So awesome. We're gonna start with that one, but before we actually move over to the car, we're gonna open up the box of Wipe New. Now again guys, sorry, really quickly, Cerakote is it says here, easy to apply ceramic coating. So it's a ceramic infused trim restorer, guaranteed to last 200 washes or more. Again guys, this is very comparable to those Lithium Auto Care trim cubes. They were claiming 250 washes, Cerakote's claiming 200 washes. Okay. Now, moving into the Wipe New. Pop this guy open. Now, this is definitely different. When they first released Wipe New, it came in a little bottle. You would use it and apply it. These are now wipes. So a similar thing here. 2 gloves. You get blue gloves instead of the whitish, clearish ones. We get a little instruction manual, same deal. And Wipe New was purchased, so they're owned by Rust-Oleum. But inside you get packs, right? Same kind of deal. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. Oh, I'm sorry. Big thing to mention. It's not 6 wipes of restoring Wipe It wipes. It's 3 pre-saturated Wipe It wipes, and then 3 pre-saturated prep wipes, which is cool. So we'll use the prep wipe. I'm gonna do the whole thing, the whole fender with the isopropyl alcohol. Then since the Wipe New gives you that, I'll do the prep wipe as well, and then we'll apply. So we're gonna head over to the van. It's actually parked right over there. Now again, we already used up that whole fender arch on that first video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below for you guys so you can go check that one out as well, because those products are fantastic. Solution Finish and CeraTrim are some of the biggest ones out there nowadays. So I'm really happy to be adding these ones to the mix. And then the trim cubes, the new product, are fantastic as well. So, but anyways, we're gonna be doing the same side of the van, just we're gonna be doing the rear fender as opposed to the front fender, and then we can test it out. One note I wanted to tell you guys. Yesterday I washed the van. So I made sure to wash that fender pretty well too, to see, you know, how it's holding up. The CeraTrim, which is a ceramic infused trim restorer, and the trim cubes from Lithium, which is a graphene infused trim restorer, both beaded water like crazy. Both are looking exactly as they did originally, right after I did it, but they did bead water like crazy. Compared to the Solution Finish side, it didn't, it was pretty flat. So it's definitely not gonna give you the protection that those other two do. However, Solution Finish, as of now, after one wash, still looks perfect. Just wanted to give you guys that update. Let's jump over, prep this panel, and then we'll get going. Alrighty guys, so here we are. Here's the panel we're gonna be doing. Some stuff on there. So basically I have my 70% isopropyl alcohol, a couple of microfiber towels. I'm just gonna do the same prep as we did for the other panel. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that on the microfiber towel. Nice and saturated. And I'm just gonna rub this out to make sure anything that's gonna stand in the way of the products adhering properly to the trim, I wanna get that off. And this a solvent-based cleaner like isopropyl alcohol will do that for me just perfectly. All right, so it's pretty dirty. All that stuff came off of it. I'm gonna flip this towel over, do one more pass. All right, so there it is. We're gonna let that flash out and dry up really quickly. I'll do a piece of tape right down the middle. We'll do Wipe New on one side, Cerakot on the other, and then we'll take a look at it. So we'll go over the application process. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the products while we're waiting for this to flash out, and then we'll be good to go. All right guys, so here we are. Taped off the section. We're gonna be doing the rear section, if you can't tell, that is the back of the van here, with the Cerakote. So we've already prepped everything, we're good to go. We're gonna open this package up, remove the little wipe. Now again, this is just a wipe. As you can see, it's just a little moist towelette, essentially. We're gonna go ahead and rub it in. It says to do overlapping passes. Here we go. Now in the instructions, I don't remember it even saying anything about buffing it off. Maybe it did, and I'm just having a little bit of a brain fart and I don't remember. But basically it goes on nicely, great coverage. It is already sort of beading up. It's kind of doing like it almost seems a little soapy, which is interesting. But it spreads very, very well. Like, I'm kind of bummed right now that I'm gonna be throwing this towelette away because there's so much more left to it. And you can, you know, like a microfiber towel, once you're done with that section, flip it over, keep going. So I think you're gonna get a good amount of coverage out of this 10-pack of wipes. Yeah, spreads very, very well. Not super potent at all. Whoops. All right, let's stop that. Let me just see if there's any instructions on here. Yeah, there are. Rotate wipe as needed. After application, allow a minimum of 1 hour. So it doesn't say to buff it off However, it is streaky and extra wet. So I'm gonna take a microfiber towel and just kind of clean that up a little bit. Yeah, that's how, yeah. And it goes completely streak free then. Like very, very easy application. Very nice. And you can already see the difference from here to here. Guys, it's night and day difference, especially in the camera. It actually looks even more dramatic in the camera or from that angle. So far, so great. Cerakot, big win on that one. That application wise, amazing. And we're protected. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna go grab the wipe new now and we'll test that one. Okay guys, so instructions for the wipe new. It does show apply in a single wipe to the intended surface with little or no overlap. Versus the Cerakot, it says overlapping passes. They say little to no overlap. Until the surface is completely coated, and then discard the applicator cloth when the application is finished, or if it begins to dry during application. So note, for badly faded or extremely porous surfaces, a second coat may be required. And then it also says allow 24 hours for full cure before exposing the treated surface to moisture, rain, dew, all that kind of stuff, which is fine, you know, it's a coating. It does also say let wipe new trim restore dry for 1 hour before touching the treated surface. Now, as far as cost goes with this one, we'll go over the pricing, I'll deal with that in a minute, but it does say very little is needed. The 3 wipe-it wipes are enough to cover the exterior trim on an average mid-size sedan. So basically you buy one kit, that's for one car. So keep that in mind. Now it doesn't say to buff it off. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. It's gonna bother me if it's streaky, but I'll give it a shot. I forgot the gloves, let me go grab those. Okay guys, we got the gloves that the wipe new came with, and both of these gloves are pretty thin. They're not like the ones that came in the Lithium Auto Care, the trim cubes, was a thick pair of gloves. These ones you have to be careful putting on. I feel like you could rip through it. All right, anyways, we're gonna go with the prep wipe to get started. Wipe this area down. Like I said, because they give it to us, we're gonna use it. So here it is. Wow, it's actually interesting. I thought it was gonna be a wipe. It's actually a little cloth, like a little terry cloth. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and wipe this down. All right. And you're gonna wanna make sure this is all nice and dry before applying the actual coating itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a nice microfiber towel and just buff this off to make sure it's nice and dry and clean. Yeah, we're all clean. It's good to go. So I'm gonna wait a second just to make sure that let it flash out, to make sure it's all dry, and then we'll go ahead and apply the product. Interesting, that really, just that little prep wipe did a good job of darkening it up quite a bit. Let's see how it flashes out. All right, yeah, color's going away now that it's starting to flash out. It's just moisture in it. So, all right, we're gonna just, I'll check back in with you guys once this is ready. Okay guys, we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead and open the pack from Rust-Oleum. This is the wipe portion of it. And again, it's almost kind of big for the package itself. Oh man. Try again. It ripped from both sides. I still haven't gotten it open. Just because the wipe itself, you could feel it's like occupying the whole thing. All right, I got it open. And again, it's not a towelette, it's an actual little like towel, okay? So let's go ahead and start. We're gonna start from the top section, go down, pass over. We're gonna try and do we're gonna make sure we try and not overlap, but we'll see how that goes. It also states that if you do get it onto the paint, wipe it up, and this is much more potent than the Cerakot was. Okay. Now it's pretty impossible to do this without overlapping if you want full coverage. So there we go, that looks good. I can't help it guys, I gotta go over it again really quickly. Don't yell at me. I don't hope, yeah, it's not gonna do any harm to it actually. It's just helping to level it out. So don't be afraid to do that. I'm going over with a light hand now just to kind of blend it, but that's it. There we are. Again, another, now it says to leave it. It doesn't say to buff it out. So that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna buff it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my gloves off, peel back the tape, and there we are, guys. There it is. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Because I don't want this hard line, I'm gonna take another microfiber towel and I'm gonna buff just this section of it to try and blend this out. This whole section won't be touched, but so we know moving forward how it is gonna look. All right, so it's bleeding over onto the other side, but that's okay, we know where we're at. So we'll stop it right here, okay? And again, it's not, let me just try and clean this up a little bit. All right, so first impressions, guys, I'm gonna say the Wipe New is shinier. Again, that has more of a sheen to it. The Cerakot does not seem to have any sheen to it. It's similar, very similar to that trim cube. And the Cerakot is very similar to, the Wipe New is giving a similar finish to the, am I in focus? All right, the Wipe New is giving a similar finish to the CeraTrim did. Has a little bit of a shine to it. So it's hard to tell really too, because again, I didn't buff that section off, so it's quite shiny right now, which makes sense. It's, I mean, you know. But anyways, guys, that's what the instructions said to do. So that's how we're gonna do it. Again, this part was buffed up, this part was not. So Wipe New buffed, Cerakot. And that is it, guys. So I'm gonna pull this out. We'll take a look at it in the sun. So then hopefully in another couple days, the van will get washed again. We'll kind of compare them side by side. And then eventually we'll do a full side-by-side comparison between the first 3 products that I did. Again, that video is linked down below, and these 2. Again, guys, just a reminder, Wipe New is potent. I smell it right now. It's stinky. I smell it quite well. The Cerakot was not at all. Lithium Auto Care was stinky. CeraTrim and Solution Finish were not. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps you. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out now and take a look at it. All right, guys, so here it is. Again, Cerakot, just nice, clean, factory style finish. Then you can see where I buffed it out. I understand why they say don't buff it out actually, because it almost made it a little bit more streaky than just leaving it natural, just purely wiped in there. So again, there's that, but it does have quite a bit of gloss to it. More gloss than the CeraTrim did actually. So there it is. Just for fun, we'll go ahead and look at the other side where I did the other ones already. As you can see, this first part is looking great still. That was the Lithium Auto Care Trim Cube. Next was the CeraTrim. And again, you can see more sheen there than the other ones. And again, because of the sheen, it does make it appear to be darker. And then the last side is the Solution Finish, also still looking great. So there you go. Back to this one again. Wipe New buffed off, and Cerakot. All right, guys, so there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and link those products down in the description for you guys, both the Cerakot and the Wipe New. I will also include the other 3 that I already did a review on, the Solution Finish, CeraTrim, and Lithium Auto Care Trim Cubes. Yeah, anyways, guys, I hope that helps you. There's a lot of options out there for trim restoration nowadays that are better than just the typical dressings, and these ones are all in the top listing. So make sure you like the video, make sure you are subscribed, and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss the update on these, and really looking at the longevity of them and protection and all that kind of stuff, as we will update these as we go. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.